Start it. The purpose of intervention, Mr. Vice Chairman, is to point out that this year we are celebrating and we have celebrated 50 years of attainment of freedom. This is the most valuable achievement which must be cherished and strengthened. But along with this political freedom, we have attained in a large manner economic freedom for all sections of our people, particularly for poorer sections of our people. We have attained this, and this is unique in the whole world, unique for developing countries. The progress that we have made there has been the parliamentary form of democracy, assuring to every individual the fundamental right, assuring to every individual the fundamental right, assuring to every individual the fundamental right to send a representative to this august house, the right to debate and the right to dissent. And this unique in the history of the developing countries, unique in the history of the world as a whole. I would like to give the House some of the economic indicators which will show the progress that we have made in the economic field over the last few decades. The per capita net national product has increased by more than 4 times during this period, and this has been done by this government under the Congress policies and with a particularly democratic process throughout, ours being one of the most vibrant parliamentary democracies in the world. Under the leadership of our leaders, who incidentally were their leaders also at some point or the other, I am happy to say this because most of the members of the opposition have been members of the Indian National Congress at some point or the other. The index of industrial production has risen. This has been tremendous progress on the industrial front that we have made in just 50 years. The index of agricultural production, with which many members of the opposition and some of the members of the ruling party are concerned, and rigidly so, has increased too. There has been a lot of criticism here that we are wasting money in revenue expenditure, that we are not forming a capital, we are not able to build up assets. Gross domestic capital formation as percentage of gross domestic product has increased from 10 in 1950 to 23 till date. This shows that there is a constant progress in our industrial sector and our agricultural sector. Further, for the customers in general, not just the rural customers, we have also given some instructions. I am sharing them with the members of the house because we want these instructions to be implemented. But if there are some lapse or some omissions, they can bring them to our notice so that they can be implemented. That is why we are making these instructions known in public to facilitate regular and periodical interface with customers. Banks observe Customer Day on 15th of every month or the following working day if 15 happens to be a holiday. On that day, the chairman, the managing directors or regional manager make themselves available at their office between 3 and 5 to meet the customers without any prior appointment. Such meetings are intended to attend to specific complaints of the customers and also to assess the quality. Because it is believed that it is not sufficient to have schemes, it is not sufficient just to work here. It is necessary that the whole machinery and the people who carry out these schemes should be alert to the rural thrust of our economy and to the banking sector. They should be alert towards the needs of the weaker sections. Therefore, these formulations and programs should be monitored at a higher level. I am monitoring it at the highest level under the instructions of the Finance Minister. I am doing that and I will continue doing that as far as possible, even during Parliament session, also visiting every state. But then one man cannot do all. All ministers by themselves cannot do. Officials of the government cannot do. Banks cannot do. We need the vigilance on the part of all of us. Therefore, we welcome parliamentary democracy and we also wish your cooperation in seeing that something sets it right. I take this opportunity to mention an allied sector, which is the insurance sector. We have nationalized both life insurance and general insurance. Both in the life insurance and general insurance sector, we have again given this thrust of the rural areas and for the weaker sections. We are now on the threshold of launching LIC into special security schemes. LIC will also announce group insurance scheme for those sections who work on daily wages so that 50% of the insurance premium is from the Social Security Fund. 792 वर्ड्स है और स्पीड इसकी अप्रोक्सीमेटली 88 के आसपास है. ये कॉमन वर्ड के टू बी पार्ट का 4 नंबर है.